How's it going, guys? We're back for another live stream. And you can see I'm currently trying to finally let me do a road train, a monster road train. Yeah, I would like to see what happens when I do these restoring the tracks mission. Fortunately though, since last time when I kind of abandoned it after I rolled the club and everything, I've been getting some of this mission out of the way, so I've got all the metal beams there. I'm just taking some wood there now, so we're nearly to the point where I can just build the tracks. And yeah, it's not been letting me winch these two together for some reason all night, but it finally just has, so at least I don't have to keep doing two trips. Mukwa25, hello, how's it going, dude? Cyrus Pollard, hi, how's it going, man? The Parboyd, how's it going? How's it going, dude? Good to have you all on board. Josh Power, what's up, Mr. Lone Wolf? I'm not too bad, cheers, man. I do feel a bit tired, though. I finally got a bit of sleep yesterday. Well, like an hour or so, and then someone just kept ringing my phone like a mad one. Until it woke me up, so yeah. Apart from that, though, doing pretty well. I'm not sure how this gateway is gonna... Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? If everything now explodes. My bad. We'll find out. There's only one. I'm hoping they'll just go like a ghost, but I'm also hoping 16 pieces of wood don't go sailing off into the air. We're about to find out. Jamin Blum. Damn, it's been a minute since I've watched a goddamn professional video. He's there, he's already on the club, he's leading the charge. Oh. I was gonna say, like, uh-oh. He appears to be missing a club, but they were so well placed. So I wonder if now it'll still let me do the road train, or if it'll just deny. Yeah, and now it's not letting me get any winch points to that club. It's weird. Oh well, fortunately it's not too far away to drop the wood. I just have to come back and grab it. Yeah, I would like to get this, what's it called, restoring the tracks mission done. I want to see what these tracks are all about and get laying some, but just one hell of a delivery mission to go before you actually get to that point. Was it 12 metal beams and 24 pieces of wood? And this is 16 of them, so I'm still going to have to just fly back. Fortunately, nipping from here to the sawmill actually isn't that long at all. A lot better that it's only one truck I'm going to have to do afterwards as well. I wasn't sure whether to do the like a my modded playthrough or this one. I may even switch to the modded one later. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't got done really on the modded playthrough. Like none of the bridges are built or anything like that, but I've already done videos on them or it's been in the live stream, so for the most part I'd kind of be treading old ground, I suppose, to a degree. Like everyone else, I'm sort of waiting for phase 4, I suppose, really. Get a whole, yeah, load of new maps, new missions. JDaco2, good evening from Edmonton. Mr. Lone Wolf, loving the fringe chill with your streams, keep it up. I appreciate it, dude. It's good to have you on board. Where is it? Edmonton. Is that like, doubtful, but Edmonton, why does that ring a bell? Is that like something to do with Grand Theft Auto? I know it was North Yankton, but I'm sure I remember hearing Edmonton or something. I don't know. JDaco 2, Friday night. I mean, oh yeah, no. It's cool. Yeah, Friday night. One of the best nights of the week. If only the weekend lasted longer. Edmonton is Canada, I believe. Yeah, so maybe it is like North Yankton. I think that was on like the Canadian-American border in Grand Theft Auto 5, so maybe. Yeah, there's the old garage, there's another loaf sat on top of a dolphin, got damn horse of a vehicle. And yeah, this is where we're going to drop stuff off, so a little minor issue. I was trying to get as much of this done. I was hoping to near enough have all the supplies delivered by the time the stream started, but I've been going for about the last hour and a half. Like I said, the fact it wasn't letting me connect both lorries was kind of not really helping the situation. One down. Well, trailer load. Well, this one's got the load thing, so we'll be taking this one back. Again, I know I kind of said last time I'll ban myself from the 8 slot, but to be honest, the amount of cargo I needed to bring, and I was just following the main roads, and this last little bit is like nipping to the sawmill and back is basically main road, so the trailer's not really going to mind me in that situation. Harry Thompson, chill stream, dude. It's good to have you on board, man. John and Blum, they need to make GTA 6. Thought so, Jade Echo 2. Hi from your neighbour in the USA. Yeah, I think, I believe they are working on Grand Theft Auto 6 now. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it is about time, really. I know they had a good old kind of cash cow situation going with Grand Theft Auto Online. Well, I never really played that. I went on there for like half an hour right at the start. My brother had it as well, but yeah, I prefer sort of single player as far as Grand Theft Auto goes. But it definitely would be cool to see Grand Theft Auto 6, and it is about time because they certainly milked the crap out of that Grand Theft Auto 5. Supposed to be another good game I had the other day coming out recently, which I don't think for the life of me what it is at the minute. Always a pleasure, man. Any thoughts on Skate 4? I'm not sure, to be honest. I've not played any of the Skate games for bloody ages. I definitely, when I was growing up, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, all those ones, they were pretty goddamn good back in the day. I'll be honest, I've not played one. I think, yeah, my brother might have had one of the Skate games a little while back. I think I played a bit of that with him. I mean, it's one of those games, it's I'd definitely like it if I got it, sort of thing, because I just remember having a lot of fun on that sort of stuff back in the day. I don't really know where they can take it anymore from sort of back in the day. I mean, it's skating, but unless they make it like, you know, SSX tricky, kind of arcadey and realistic, then it's just going to be, I suppose, more skate parks, better graphics and all that sort of stuff, maybe smoother animations and all the rest of it, but yeah, I mean, the more games, the merrier. John and Blum, yeah, I prefer single player as well, Mr. Limold. I don't feel like paying money just to play with people. Yeah, I mean, that online thing, it's, I can see the draw of it to a degree, but I certainly prefer my own single player modes. What I would have liked on Grand Theft Auto 5 was like more properties to buy, I don't know, more reason to keep sort of playing. What I ended up doing was sort of playing the stock market with those assassination missions at the end. I've got about 10 or 15 billion per character now. I could buy the golf club and all the rest of it, but now I've just got like, yeah, 10 or 15 billion per character, and I don't really need to do anything. Meanwhile, online, they've added all kinds of new properties to buy, but yeah, I can't buy them. And I don't want to go online, because then I'll have to buy shark cards or do whatever to buy them anyway. So yeah, for me, I'll be waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6. Rebel by choice, Evening Wolf, how's it going, dude? Oops, sorry, one jumped up there. Hello, apologies, we're in the middle of another video, reaction video to Evanescence new album. Evanescence, oh yeah, I know the ones you mean. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, north of Calgary. Coldest major city in North America. About the same as England, to be honest. Dean Christopher, thanks for the videos. On the road, be back at my computer later. I appreciate it, dude. See you when you get back. Right, so I don't really need this truck again because I only need one more bit of wood. That's definitely what she said. again with these trailers. I mean, I don't know what else you can really expect as a gigantic trailer, but yeah. Cash it in real quickly. Ram this tree. Yes. There's one of the, like, yeah, the trailer stalls here on this one. On the other garage, it's there. Gets me every time, somehow. I always pick the wrong one. Yeah, exactly. I did the stock market too. If you're going to keep GTA 5 around for a while, they should put the stuff that's online, yeah, into the, I assume you're going to say the single player, yeah, definitely. We'll just leave that there for now. There's no point in recovering it. We may whip it out later. Yeah, there was loads of stuff they could have added. I mean, even back on what Grand Theft Auto was it? Might have even been Vice City. That had loads of properties you could buy, and obviously they had like more garages and helipads and all that. It'd be pretty good. And there's a house in GTA 5. It's kind of near the tennis court, sort of near to Michael's house. It's like a big mansion, and it looks awesome, but it never gave me the opportunity. Change it to daytime to buy that house, and I don't know why, because it looks like the coolest house on the whole game. Kenneth Russ. Oh snap, it's the Lone Wolf. It is. We're back. Back in action. Got myself a horse. We're off. Whip it out later. That's what she said. Exactly. If it helps relate, my home city of Winnipeg is about as far north as Ukraine, which we have a few sister cities with. Big emigration from Ukraine. To be honest, I don't even know where. I know where Ukraine is, but I mean, I don't know sort of longitudinally. Let's see the one latitude. That's it. Less about latitude. Drew Dog, what's up, Mr. Lone Wolf? How's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Like I say, for those that have just got here, yeah, I'd like to do this restoring the tracks mission, but we've already got all the metal delivered, just finishing off the wood, and then we can actually build some tracks, which I'm interested to see what they look like, what's going on. And yeah, like I said, I've not got a whole lot of missions left really. I was looking on the missions on, what's it called, Black Badger Lake. Is that the name of it? Anyway, yeah, they're basically all just kind of like, recover this truck, recover that truck, recover those barrels. They're all basically recover something, or, you know, just move a vehicle. Loud in Iowa. I hope I said that right. Good evening. Is there a money glitch that still works on this game? There should be. Basically, buy a very expensive engine and then equip the stock engine, and then when you go back to the expensive engine, click equip and sell at the same time. If you get it timed right, it'll sell the engine, so you'll get the money for it, but it'll also equip it, so it's on your truck. And then yeah, you just equip the stock engine again, go back down, click buy, equip and sell at the same time, and yeah, repeat basically. I'll when I'm next back in the garage, I'll show you quickly. Aussie man, the answer to got wood. Exactly. Gotta get that wood. Jamming Blum, I haven't played SnowRunner in a hot minute. How is the logging going on the game for you? The logging's not been too bad. I don't like the medium log trailer, it tips far too easily. The long log trailer is a troll when you go to reverse and turn around, that can flip you quite easily. But other than that, I have actually quite enjoyed the logging. Definitely an element of nostalgia from MudRunner, kind of. It's good to see that back, but yeah, overall, I don't know, I do quite like it. You got any tips for SnowRunner? I don't really know, like, it's hard to sort of just list tips without any context. I have got some tips videos, I'm not just trying to push them and make some odds to me, but they'll explain it a lot better than I could probably just reel some off the top of my head now that would make much sense. I mean, get yourself a goddamn horse of a vehicle, that is definitely tip number one. That little beauty sat on top of my club. You definitely need one of them. Like I said, without sort of footage accompanying it, yeah, I mean, there's all things like I've had cranes equipped that you can stick out to the left and the right as a counterbalance and all sorts of things, but like I said, the tips videos would definitely, yeah, help you a lot more than I'm just going to be able to kind of say right now, really. Oh, nice, I did see that on one of your videos. Sorry, it jumped up there, I didn't quite catch all of that one. Have you tried the modded cat? See how it works for you? Not sure, to be honest. Probably not, though, because it doesn't ring a bell. Garrett Collins, hi, how's it going, dude? It's good to have you joining us. Aussie Man Russian trucks seem to work best in game. Yeah. To a degree. I agree. There's definitely a few American ones that are pretty solid, but for the most part, the Russian definitely seems to have the edge. Good old Russian bias, like in the World of War Tanks games. To be fair though, in the World of War Tanks games, the Russian tanks are just very good. I mean, bias or no bias, they designed better tanks in certain periods of time, so it's like, they're better. Like the IS-3 in that game and that. Is, yeah, there's a bit of a solid beast when you finally get that. And the what's it called, LBVT or something, that was a rapid little thing, like a little race car. I used to love drifting there. I didn't realise as well I could get War Thunder on the PS4. I might have to look into that one day, because I do like the old tanking games. Again, I won't go probably all out on it like I, what? Oh. Was that a... Yep. I'm on the second mission. What's that for, dude, on the second mission? Mr. Whips, whatever you do, do not use an 8-slot trailer. Yeah, I agree. The only reason I am now is because I'm basically only driving along the roads and I just need to get all this wood. Need to deliver my wood, goddammit. But yeah, 99% of the time I would definitely agree. The reason why I did more of this mission before I even started the live stream was because I had to drive 2 lots of these with metal beams on through all the muddy, crappy sections, because if any of you seen last week's live stream, I kind of abandoned it when I rolled the club trying to take this 8-slot on a bit of an off-road route. So yeah, I kind of saved us all an hour and a half of just boring, slow driving. The Amandra Garage. Oh, is that the mission one? Yeah, I quite liked building the Amandra Garage. Probably in the end one of the few missions I quite enjoyed on that map. Well, to be fair, Amandra, it wasn't as terrible as I probably make it sound when it's not a map I wanted to spend ages on. I did like the look of it, and there was certain areas that I did enjoy, but there was just nowhere to stretch your legs on Amandra and actually get a bit of speed on the go either, so it was kind of all or nothing. My condolences on Amandra. Exactly, I mean, it's one of them. If you've never been on it, it's kind of, I don't know, it wasn't that bad when you first started. It's just, yeah, there's no escaping the slowness, so eventually it will just catch up sort of thing that, yeah, you ain't getting away from it. So I was kind of, oh, lamppost. I was not paying attention when I was going for some coffee. My bad. I'm on Kolob. I still feel like this Kolob should just be roaring up this hill. I know it's an 8-slot, it's got 8 pieces of wood, but still. Good vibes. Yeah, I saw when you got stuck with a trailer last time, that was funny. Exactly. I was not impressed when I seen it tip. Oh no. After all that effort of trying to wrench the trailer through the mud. I like this game and I just restarted it, but when I'm thinking about Kola Peninsula, oh man, I know exactly, that's one of the things. It's like the yeah, my mod playthrough on this. I've completed a lot of the good missions and the fun missions on that, but and then I think I've got like the whole, yeah, Kola Peninsula and the Yukon. To be fair, I've still got to do the Yukon on this bloody or most of the missions from the Yukon on there. So I'm going to have to suck it up and get stuck into that one at some point. Again, though, I'm not sure if it'll end up on a live stream. It's just because the frame rate's really terrible on that. The kind of map that makes you want a hover loaf, exactly. Everybody needs a hover loaf. Like some Back to the Future loaf. That's what we need. Alexander Dan, oh yeah, I forgot about Yukon. Exactly, that's like when you think, oh, finally, I've got the Kola Peninsula done. Yukon gives you a firm slap in the face. I'm still on Alaska. Lol, I'm trying to just do every map at a time. Figure I'll just use modded trucks for Imandra and all that. Yeah, I don't blame you. Alaska's pretty cool. I quite like Alaska. Michigan, to be honest, I think overall. Well, I was going to say possibly the most fun. What the bloody hell is the first one on Michigan called? Is it Black Badger? No. Black River? Oh yeah, Black River. Yeah, I like that now. And Smithville Down. Drummond's not too bad, but there's just no garage on it. Island Lake is a little bit. Yeah, no garage on it. Is that click we hear a lot lighter? Could be. Lighting candles. Lighting candles that say don't smoke. Brits don't need sleep. Apparently not, according to my brain. The worst thing about insomnia is obviously you can't sleep, but you feel just ridiculously exhausted. Like even now, I feel like I could close my eyes and fall asleep sitting up, but it'll just never happen. It's yeah, it just doesn't go well. Canada not for the weak. No, probably not with some of the older weather going on there. Britain, to be fair, Britain is the perfect place for if you don't like horrific. I mean, we have crappy weather, but we never get like hurricanes or earthquakes or anything like that. As far as deadly animals go, you might get a bee sting, but unless you're like highly allergic to bees, then you'll be fine. We've got snakes, but I don't know, unless it escaped from a zoo or something, it isn't going to be anything deadly. It's pretty safe, to be fair, overall, in England. It's about the best of everything. Like, as good as it's going to get when you think of places like Australia, where, I can't remember if I said it before, but there's some photo, probably like a meme of Australia, where there is a dingo, a wild dog eating a shark on the beach, and in the foreground there is a spider eating a snake. And it's just like, yeah. Australia don't mess around. Currently thunderstorm right now here where I'm in Canada. I think we had a bit of rain earlier, nothing again, even our thunderstorms are nothing too crazy. I was in a very, very crazy thunderstorm once where I nearly got struck by lightning. That was when I used to live near the sea, and it was yeah, that got a bit excited. Plenty of snakes and Downing Street, exactly, full of them. I think that's where they some kind of breeding program going on down there. Right, so can I actually make? I don't know if I want this trailer though to be delivering them. Where have we got to deliver them? If I could get the trailer out here, I've only got it there. What's it saying about it? Do I need a crane or anything? Apparently not. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Crap. Done. Yep. Oh, bloody hell. It's mahoosive. That's what she said. How many slots does that take up then? Is that a 4 slot or... Let's bang it on, let's find out. Oh, might even be more than that, because it's hogged the entire trailer. Well, I'm probably going to be swapping this trailer, yeah, but we'll go and see, we'll go and do one and have a look what the situation is. You're an insomniac, perfect for SnowRunner, this game goes on and on. True, to be fair, it's, insomnia does become a benefit from time to time. But like I say, if insomnia was just you never felt tired, it'd be awesome. But it's, yeah, it's all the drawbacks of like feeling tired and exhausted, you just don't switch off and go sleep. But I certainly, not gonna lie, played Insomnia to my advantage. Squeezed some serious hours on some games. Spring has been interrupted by snow last night, melted most of it today. It's supposed to be spring. Oh, then again, it was getting a bit warmer today, to be fair, but should be getting on for a bit of spring over here by now. Manual loading. Oh, have I got a... Bloody hell. Wow, that's not really the end of the world. Since the garage is around here, you need a crane, Mark. Right, I appreciate it, dude. Just found that out the hard way. I'm surprised it didn't say in the little, whatchamacallit, oh, let's take this if it's there. In, like, the where you read about the mission, I'm surprised it didn't say, like, crane required. It normally says that in quite a lot of the missions, and I still ignore them anyway, so... Probably my own worst enemy on this game. Oh, in fact, what the hell are we doing taking this? Well, if you hit restore crane now, the loaf would have just got that entire crane beam up his jacksie. That's what I wanted to do, just get rid of the legs. Sound like a serial killer. And we're off. Got a goddamn horse ready. Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. Old saying about March. Comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. Reverse is true here. It's already March. It's pretty crazy out there. Especially with all this COVID bollocks. Like, months of just blaring together and flying by. When you think it felt like Christmas was last week, we're already like a quarter of the way through the year, pretty much. I missed half that message, but awake all night and tired in the AM. I assume that is insomnia related. Does sound pretty familiar. That's essentially, yeah, like, I just can't sleep very well at night at all. That's why I now essentially sleep in the day, but then it still doesn't really help the situation. No, you got it all wrong. It's not snakes, it's lizards. The lizard people that run the world. Yeah, I've heard. Heard about them lizard people. Psychopaths. I can say that much. Lizard or no lizard. Oh, I'm probably way too far away. Oh, did it just winch to its own head? Oh yeah, it's a loaf's head on top of it. What a goddamn horse. Where's my winch points? Why can't I move? Aha. What's that? I don't know what the hell it's expecting me to do on this one, we'll find out. Seems like a bit of a palaver if you ask me. Done. One down. Well, I may as well leave the crane sitting around here somewhere. Just get them legs tucked away and get it out of the way a little bit. Is that another one up there? Yeah. Crane over there then. Ever read Stephen King's Insomnia? I don't believe I have. Now that gets weird when he finds out his problems get worse. Sleepless every night. It's definitely, yeah, not a good one. The worst thing is I have really crazy dreams, which I really like having crazy dreams, but every now and then, even when I do finally get sleep, I'll have some, like the other day, I genuinely spent, I don't know, 6-7 hours trying to get sleep. I even remember as the dream was starting, and literally within 10 seconds of basically falling asleep. The dream involved, I'm not sure, it was like a big spider or a giant bug lunged off the wall at my face, and then I woke up. It was like, really? And that was it. I couldn't get sleep again. 7 hours for that. Read Douglas Adams, the giant robot lands in central London, moping about how awful the lizards they voted to run their planet are. Sure, you never know what they're up to these days. There's definitely plenty of dodgy ones in London. Well, I think it's the same all over the world, really, isn't it? Won't any of us really escape it. It'll probably turn out one day like Kim Jong-un. Turn out he's like the most trustable one of everyone. And that's probably why they want to kill him. What? Why'd you put it there? Stop offering me the loading platform. Oh, I don't need... Oh, God. Well, we're going to have to now. I didn't even want to eat this trailer. I'm just going to have to try and smash through here and see what happens. Let me guess. 3 stumps. Ooh. Nice, some good boxes on that. Asked why they don't simply not vote for them. It's honestly never occurred to them. Thing is, it's like, whether you vote or not, it's like, is it Stalin who said years ago? Yeah, it matters not who votes, it matters who counts the votes, which appeared to be suspiciously relevant for the last American election and probably plenty of others. Blobs really don't like getting over these railways. I will say the US president does look to spy for 120 years old. Oh, does look okay. But doesn't do he doesn't walk up flights of stairs too well. Oh, it's not letting me like rotate through the cargo. Why not to rotate upside down as well? Well, plop it in there. Oh God, now I need to be in the actual. Cargo management, yes please. Well, this part of the mission I quite like, to be honest. Not too keen on the whole delivering everything, but it's not too bad. Do some rescue missions. Yeah, I think I might do afterwards, to be honest. I've been wondering for the last week what this one's like. So I definitely wanted to get this done, but yeah, to be honest, the rescue missions are going to be a little bit anticlimactic in many ways, because they're well, yeah, that's going well. Just get a little lower before I attempt that. I could do with taking this crane to where I'm getting the what's this from? The pieces of track, because I accidentally spawned one on the loading platform. Get it, Dalton. You've got a chin. Load was leaning. Now there's my hole. She said. Local power is essential. One person can't change everything alone from the top down. I don't know. I know what you mean, but there's plenty of instances of them getting rid of anyone that does want to enact any change. Not to get political, what's your opinion on trees? Kill them all. Every last one of them. They've all done something highly suspicious and illegal, and yeah. Time for negotiations is over. Just kill them all. I'm going to try that guy. Apologies, I can't remember who told me, but clicking R3. What? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did just click R3 and then press X. Nothing goes right in this game for me. What the hell is that rail? No, I want the garage. We're going to start calling you Loaf Man. It is the inevitable end. to it all, really. It was bound to happen. Oh, we could take Dan back out, yeah. Let's get Dan, because he had a bit of a bad showing last time. It's not really his own doing. It was just that horrific ape swap. Sometimes I'm not sure what's better, the game stream or the stories. True, Dave does get up to some stuff, I'll give him that. Oh yeah, I'll have to tell you the other half of that story in a minute as well. We won't negotiate with terrorists. Oh, treerists. Exactly. It's not worth it. Look at them. The shifty looking bastards. I mean, in all films where it's set in the cabin in the woods, trees everywhere. Serial killers are hiding behind them. All kinds of shenanigans from the trees. To be honest, oh, I don't know actually. I was going to say I could just drive it there with this crate, really. Right. Would the load like to wear it as a hat? As if he would, then. Wow, good for him. What a dumb horse. Ooh. The leaning horse. It's like the game slowly adjusts when you've packed a loaf on the roof. It appears to be slowly scooting over to the left. This is the pinnacle of simulation gaming. Who hasn't seen somebody driving a dolphin with a loaf on their head? Balancing sections of railway. Where are we going there? Yeah. Completely normal. Oh, uh-oh, don't do it. I'm willing to cut you loose, railway. You'll be dead to me. I know something that should be incredibly busy restoring the Alaskan wilderness to its pre-Wrecker's Yard beauty. It's like a nature preserve. You know how they sink ships into the ocean to make it like a new coral reef? That's basically what I'm attempting. I'm just looking way ahead into the future. After I've nuked the entire area and it all floods. It'll look beautiful. The loaf is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Exactly. Sliced, unsliced, toasted. Just everything. Everything a growing SnowRunner needs. Oh, this is even more fun. Even better than getting trailers involved. Not too sure how happy my loaf is. To be fair, that loaf has been hard up. I was going to say I probably shouldn't have scooted that nose over the tracks. Get a bit of daylight on the go, it doesn't last long enough in this game. Oh. It's nice to have the reverse fix, I have to say. I've sort of got used to it again now. What we got? Oh, another 3 to do, not too bad. Could we stack them though and take all 3? That is the next question. I think it does need answering. Kenneth Russ, love your vids, bro. I appreciate it, dude. Certainly enjoy making them. Enjoy my loaf time. I mean, that's probably another reason to get a PC. You're going to have to learn how to mod loads to everything. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6, best supply me with some kind of loaf. Otherwise, what am I going to do? And yeah, Wreckfest. Wreckfest definitely needs a loaf. We would fit in perfectly. He's even got those little roll cage kind of attachments in this game. Strengthen himself, but he's already got his armour selections. Well, I was thinking, shall I stack all of these next 3 on my head, or I could stack them all in there? It might have to be my head, to be honest. Uh-oh. I didn't pack that crane, the game just automatically did it. Oh well. Loaf is having the prostate exam to end all prostate exams. Good. Oh, it popped off. Popped off like a good. Come back, Loaf. Get away that easy. Why didn't it let me move the winch point? Ah, it is now. It's being weird. I don't get how this game calculates, like, sometimes you go to lift, whether it's the Loaf or something else, and the game just can't handle it. What are you doing, crane legs? And other times it's fine, it's weird. Well, I would like to take all 3. Turns out 3 mod loafs exist. Oh, Monster Loaf, Long Loaf, wheels glitched into themselves, and a useful mod on Tomcat's channel. I've heard there is a, what was it called, like the Emil Loaf? Something like that. I mean, I was thinking the other day, the main thing, different tyre selection and potentially some bigger ones to try would be nice. But I suppose for the most part, the thing that would make the Loaf, yeah, that'd help, it'd be like a big, a massive winch. Don't know why that sounded like some kind of innuendo was on its way. But yeah, like just a giant winch with basically unlimited power, because that's what it used to have. Like, all the vehicles pretty much had it. You could just keep building the tension in the game. I wish they didn't put those little logos over the top of the winch points. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main things I think that would sort of benefit the Loaf, is just because they've weakened the winches in, well, certainly more than a few months ago, but yeah, since the game came out, that'd be quite nice. Oh no, it's just going to keep doing that every time I choose a rail thing. Well, I won't pack the Loaf on again then. You'll have to miss this one. What? Cargo in your zone will be destroyed? No. Why on earth would you tell me that? Oh, I don't know what's going on now. Why will cargo be destroyed exactly? Game? Right, Loaf. Fighting me. He's not happy. That's what happens when your Loaf throws a tantrum. Well. Right, again, I'm just going to stick them in the trailer. I hope Phase 4 fixes the stupid cranes, they suck now. Yeah, exactly. Most things, like I said, the winches have got weaker and they suck. The cranes, yeah, just in general, things aren't quite as good as they used to be. Which, as I said, is why, in many cases, it's quite nice for the modders to just handle it, because they tend to just give you something without having to take with the other hand. Looks to be the size of the F750. Sorry, I missed some of that one. Phase 4 is going to be a shocker of sorts. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting to see which way they go with that. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit of a beast, because they kind of, to a degree, have been stepping up. I wouldn't necessarily say the difficulty, but I don't know, yeah, it's a bit like on these maps where you got like the Trollish River and the farm section. Like I said, I don't necessarily know if difficulty is the right word. Trollishness is probably more like it. They certainly seem to have been making sure they dial it up with each phase, so yeah. I doubt phase 4 is going to kind of be like Michigan, for example. Oh, am I still going to need a crane? I don't know. We'll find out. Don't fall over. Doesn't help that my trailer is sat on that coil. Good. Maybe if I just drive into the spot, it'll let me deliver them like this. If not, I'll just move the crane. At least all this mission is going on pretty near to where I already am. Larry Clegg's president, and holy shit, life did get a bit emotional then. He doesn't like gigantic cranes being inserted up his rectum. What can I say? Can't really blame him for that one. Never been in that situation, but sooner rather not be. Darren Russell, how you doing, Mr. Lone Wolf? Love Scotland. I'm not too bad, cheers mate. How are you doing? J War, I hope I said that right. Somewhat different to what we expected. Nathan Zhao, or yeah, I think I've said that right. I hope I have. Hello, how's it going, dude? Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, we've got that one fixed. It'd be cool if we got a train that we could, I know there is a modded train, but I'm just saying, like, a train we could actually drive. I think I may have a oh, Ancestry from Glasgow. Does it let me? Oh, the beauty. And French were biggest immigrant population to the Manitoba, oh, to Manitoba back in the day. Sure, I need to do one of those like ancestry things. I've got some Italian, I'm not sure if they're blood related though. Actually, I think they might be married to my auntie. But yeah, I think I've got various different relations here, there, and everywhere. SnowRunner Addict, how's it going, Mr. Wolf? I'm all good, man. How are you doing? Cat has chosen how to turn it. I know. A little nutter, didn't ya? Darren Russell got Wreckfest the other day, so different from the Mud. Yeah, I personally think like they complement each other well as games because they're sort of near enough polar opposites, other than the fact that vehicles are involved. But yeah, this is kind of very slow, methodical, that kind of thing. Wreckfest is just, yeah, no major thinking involved. What? Just, yeah, just good times. Yes. How much did we get of that? 2,300 XP, that's pretty juicy. 16 pounds, a bit stingy, considering the amount of stuff I had to bring. Oh well, we did it. That wasn't too bad. I like the end part of that mission, just doing that was alright. But yeah, particularly getting 12 metal beams there was not exactly my idea of a good time. If the devs give us trains, you know they would troll us with them by making the trains derail when you get over 10 mile an hour. Yeah, that's true. But they'd find something, a little catch. Wreckfest reminds me of Destruction Derby. Same here, man, and that's Destruction Derby 1 and 2 is what mainly me and Adam, but all of us really as kids just used to play that for, I suppose it ended up being years and years. There's a lot of old games really that would be pretty cool to see back. There's games, I can still picture them in my head, but I don't know the name of them. So one day, in the future, potentially, I'd like to get something like, yeah, PS1, where are we going, yeah, back there. Just a few old school consoles and play a few games that are kind of, for the sake of the nostalgia. Then I remember, I wouldn't say it was the most amazing game, but it was fun for a bit of anarchy. V8 Vigilante, where you were like, you'd have a car and you could put guns and rockets and all sorts on it and just drive around a big field trying to shoot each other. That was pretty good. There was one as well where you were robots. Kind of, was it Armoured Core? I'm not sure, but you were flying around and you had to find each other on these maps. That was a lot of fun. Considering how simple the games were back in the day, you could definitely squeeze a serious amount of good times out of them. Even like, I still remember, yeah, Super Mario Brothers on the SNES or the NES or whatever it was, in multiplayer, where you were like a tiny Luigi and a tiny Mario, and you had to try and, I think, you had to try and jump on each other's head or something. We used to just sit there laughing our heads off for hours trying to get each other. Max Power and Tokka were good. I can't remember Max Power. Tokka was awesome. Tokka Race Driver. I was, yeah, talking about that the other day. Howdy, all from Canada. Aeon. I hope I said that right. How's it going, dude? See, look. Keeping my maps tidy. Well, ish. Oh yeah, we completed that mission, didn't we? Oh, goddamn professional. Oh yeah, how is my life? I wasn't too happy about the, Still not happy about it. Oh, it's on the club. Where's the one that went mental? There it is. See how many lives I've got out? About 8 all around the map. I didn't even realise it. Oh, I felt it. Feeling it in his bones, but you see. He's got supplies, 12 left. I mean, is that not timed to perfection? Victory Horn and he's off. SnowRunner Addict, I remember one now called Flat Out. Unless like a friend had Flat Out, I definitely have seen the game and I know the game, but I definitely didn't own it myself, because it's just, that's the sort of game I would remember, but I know what you mean. I could be wrong, but I think the makers of Wreckfest might have made Flat Out. Aeon found a great game on Steam called Circuit Superstars. Reminds me of the old Atari racing games. Do you know what? I think I seen a I didn't watch it, but it recommended a video on YouTube to me the other day that I'm sure might have been a review on that game. I started gaming with the Atari 2600. Funnily enough, that's probably the first computer I ever played. Was that had like Pong and things like that on. The first computers I properly sort of remember were like the Mega Drive, the PS1, that sort of stuff, but obviously like I had a couple of older brothers, so they had stuff like those Ataris that were a little bit old by the time, say, I was like playing them, but still, they were, yeah, good for a laugh here and there. We certainly played them. Yeah, sorry, I suppose we can go and do some rescue missions, just recover a few things in. Rumours are SnowRunner devs may stay and make more content. Oh, I missed the rest of that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, because obviously after the season pass, I was thinking to myself, because up to now they did the whole DLC vehicle thing, and then they only released like a couple. I mean, the Navistar was like a pre-order. Oh god, I don't want to go that way. The Navistar was a pre-order, and then what they got, the Western Star and that Apache, I don't think there's really been anything else, so it did make me think, like, once, especially with all the stick they got for releasing the Apache when we're still within the season pass period, and rightly so, because I didn't see it myself, but apparently the Apache was in one of the trailers that are on YouTube, like, implying that it'd be a free vehicle we'd get. Yeah, so I kind of feel like they're probably going to smash out a load of pay for DLC stuff after the season pass has basically all run out. Saw your trailer park you made on one of your maps the other day in one of your videos, SnowRunner. It might have been Northport. It was a mighty fine trailer park. SnowRunner Addict. I got a Sega Dreamcast. My brother Dave, he had the Sega Dreamcast. Not I'm trying to think what he even had on it. He didn't have it for that long. It was one of them really. Like the Dreamcast was good, but for some reason it never really took off. I I don't know why. I suppose, I mean, back then, probably like the PS1 was probably dominating. I got, my real dad got me a Sega Mega Drive, I believe, the one that had like Road Rash and Sonic and all that on. Then Adam got a PS1. And then Dave had like, Dave and Dad had the NES, the SNES and the Ataris. This is going all over years. Like, I then got a Nintendo 64. And then I suppose it was mainly me. I got a PS2 after that, and then a PS3, and then a PS4. All that, train up. Right, let's have a look what else we can do. Pong, Asteroids, Missile Command, Defender. Yeah, Pong, Asteroids, and Missile Command ring a bell. Defender. I might have played it. It doesn't ring any bells though. Oh, we have unlocked this mission as well. Locked. What do you mean locked? Complete Wisconsin truck. What? Ah. Oh, we're not going to do that. Well, we're not doing the paper factory tonight. Right, let's have a look what small missions are on here. Not many. Only for the worthy. I'm leaving that for now. I still don't think it's a difficult mission. It's just a complete dickhead of like, it highlights the worst areas of this game. Gone with the Wind, is that getting them bricks? To be honest, I'd like to do that as a separate video. Long logs. There was something I wanted to try and bring in some long logs, and I can't remember what it was. Strangest things, let's just exploring. So we'll go back to the, what's it called, Black Badger Lake, and we'll go and do a few of the like the truck rescues. Let's just recover a few of these things. Where's Dan? There he is. Do we leave that club here? With a loaf on his head. Yeah. He's happy. He's keeping an eye on the garage. Atari, NES, SNES, N64, use PS1, use Xbox years later. Then my mate, Jason, a guy I sort of grew up with really, was he had the Xbox. It's funny as well, I know this is random, but I heard it the other year, like you used to hear, it was the conversations between the astronauts or something on the Xbox, if you leave it long enough. And my friend genuinely one night was convinced people were talking in his room, and it absolutely freaked him out for ages. And yeah, it was his Xbox talking to itself. You aren't missing out, Jay War. I didn't see what you said, dude. I can just see map. Have you seen it at the top? Peter Stegerman. Do the rescue with OP mods just for fun. True. Well, yeah. I tell you what, sod it. Let's go. I'll load up my my mod playthrough and we'll go and mess around. Yeah, go and do a few of the rescues. And to be honest, probably need mods because the last time I went to rescue that, was it the Kodiak C70 or whatever? The Tatrin got stuck and couldn't even get out with a winch. Chose Xbox over PS2 because the controller better shaped. To be honest, I couldn't say either way. I personally do prefer the PlayStation remotes, but like I said, since I was a baby practically, my brother had the PS1, so I was used to yeah, PS1 remotes, so they definitely feel pretty natural to me. But Xbox is yeah, like I said, my mate had that and it was sweet. I've got no problem with Xboxes. I've always been in the PlayStation count. I suppose part of it though is just it carries, like, you know, all your trophies over. Not so much anymore, but it used to have backwards compatibility, which was nice. Like the PS3, I got a 60 gig PS3, so that could play PS2. Apparently it could play PS1, but I don't think I ever tried. But yeah, it was pretty cool being able to play like all my old PS2 games, kind of slightly upscaled graphics and stuff. I'm afraid to leave that many vehicles out now after the last update taking away all my vehicles. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was paranoid about it. I've just become too lazy to maintain that level of paranoia. I have no better excuse than that. It's just, but I agree, it's to my own detriment. One day it'll bite me and steal them all. Western. I've not used that before, but I would like to. I turned that one off the other day because I can't keep fitting all these mods on. I don't. Yeah, it won't let me turn that back on, so we're not going to have the Zix ET down. TC did a Western Canyon map. Have you seen it? I've not. No, I don't really watch like his or many SnowRunner videos. Nothing personal. Like, he seems like a nice dude and all that. And I definitely used to watch a lot of his videos back in the day when I was playing MudRunner and all that. It's just because now I'm making videos. It's like, if I watch anyone else's videos, I'm almost gonna try to avoid copying anything remotely, if that makes sense. And it's like, I don't know, it's just more natural if I just don't see them, then I don't know. For all I know, I've made videos that are the same, but I don't know if I don't look, kind of thing. That's about the best way of explaining it, really. So it won't let me turn John on. God damn it. All I wanted to do was turn John on. No homo. I think that was all the mods I kind of have on anyway. Well, we've got the whatchamacallit, the heavy wrecker back for a bit. We'll whip that out. Mods on me, yeah, whatever. Xbox ended the console war by not moving forward. Yeah, at some point it felt like they were a pretty strong contender, and then it went down a bit. What did they did something stupid though. They announced that was like, it just killed them. I can't remember if it was always, you have to always be online, or I can't remember. I even remember watching a video about it a month or two ago. Not solely about it, it just mentioned it in it. I can't remember, but they did some kind of decision that was like, that just absolutely shot themselves in the foot for like an entire generation of consoles. But then now it sort of seems like PS5 or Sony in general are going a similar way. They're getting a bit just mad on the whole like censoring and political correctness and all that shite. So yeah, they'll be losing me as a customer. They pretty much have already. I'm kind of already decided that I'd probably rather get a PC than a PS5. So it's freezing menus. I can't really help it if it's just going to lock there for 10 seconds. Ah, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Come on. Well said, at Video Gamer. Oh, sorry, I missed some of that. He mostly just tests trucks on proving grounds. Oh, is that a TC Gaming? Yeah, he does. I must admit, he does do a lot of that, which I used to watch quite a lot of that back in the day, because I had MudRunner on the PlayStation. Oh yeah, what map are we on? Oh, we are on the right map. Yeah, and I couldn't get mods, so I could just watch his video. His and SD1. SD1 had a lot of like tips videos and stuff that were pretty handy, and then yeah, TC Gaming did a lot of like this mod, that mod, just sort of showcasing them. That was pretty cool. Oh wait, there, we probably do want to slightly change the setup of this thing. By the way, a money glitch still works on my game. It's the buy sell at the same time. In fact, yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'll show you a I suppose I might as well just get like the wrecker body if we're going to do some rescues. Wow, it's that one or that. We'll go with this, but oh yeah. You know what, while I'm here, I'm just gonna, I'll show you, so then it's done. Fine. It's easier to recover this setup. I'm just gonna find a normal truck to do it. It probably does work with the mods, but just for the sake of it, I'll go and find like a standard one. Personally, for me, I know it isn't, well, it's like a pre-order bonus, but you can get it in the game. This will also work with the collabs, but as this one appeared first in the list. So, as you can see there, I've got the top engine and the stock engine. Equip the stock engine, but I own the top engine that is worth about 24 grand. And if you see, like, in the bottom sort of left, it says X to install and square to sell. If I press them both at the same time, it's now, you can kind of see it's ticked the engine where it's equipped it, but it's also brought that up saying sell, click yes. So it's just given me 24 grand, and I've still got the engine, so equip the stock one, do it again, sell, and it's about that quick. Like, I've just made, what, 150 grand then, or whatever. Every now and then you miss it, but yeah, that's basically the way to do it, is just keep doing that. Done. Another 24 grand, so it's yeah, anti-climactically easy. SD1 is cool. Yeah, he's some of the first videos I watched, well, probably not some of the first videos I watched on YouTube, but by the time I made a YouTube account and everything, he was one of the first people I subscribed to and watched a lot of his stuff. His videos were, yeah, a lot of help for me. It's part of people like him, really, that got me. I used to find things out on MudRunner that, say, I hadn't seen yet, possibly, or whatever, on his videos, and I kind of thought, oh, I'd love to have my own channel. It'd be so handy if I had my own channel where I could just tell a load of people, like, hey, try this. And in the end, it was like, sod it, there's no point in keep saying, I wish I had this. I may as well just get on and do it. Oh yeah, with this playthrough. Well, I want to go and try and rescue this thing. Is it look before you leap? Because that is the one where we got stuck last time. Yep. The idea that you don't actually own content is just a long-term lease. Yeah, that sounds like something that they're going to be trying to do. Obviously, they're already pushing like the digital copies, which I do own a lot of digital copies. I actually bought SnowRunner as a physical copy. Some of the Call of Duty games I own are just digital. To a degree, I don't mind. I mean, the good side of that, you can never scratch the disc, for example. As long as you've got the same account, it'll be there for ages, but yeah, I remember years ago they were trying to shut down essentially places like Blockbuster because they didn't want, you know, selling second-hand games because it was theoretically eaten into their profit. But it's funny, really, the gaming industry is a bit of a weird one because I believe these days the gaming industry is actually worth more now than films and music combined. Yet because the gaming sphere as a whole is kind of seen as more kiddie, which I don't really, well, I certainly don't agree that is the case. Like, maybe when I was a kid it was mainly kids playing computer games, but because people my age were playing computer games as a kid, we grew up with them, and it's like now I'm an adult and I still enjoy playing games. But yeah, it's, the industry gets away with a lot of things that would just never happen with other situations because there'd be a lot more adults that'd just be like, hang on. But I don't know, yeah, the gaming industry is a bit odd where it tries really to take advantage of kids in a lot of cases. I think with a lot of the loot mechanics and microtransaction and all that. See, the thing I don't get with this mission, particularly with this, oh god, it's going to be the million win. Yeah, here we go. To be honest, I may as well just winch over there somewhere. So I can probably reach this thing from like the shore anyway. Yeah, I'd say I wouldn't even say this mission is particularly difficult though. Of course I had to get something, so let's just pick random stuff. This to me isn't difficult, it's just going to be incredibly boring. In fact, it's so boring, I'm going to recover to the garage and just drive down a different way. But I don't even really find it like an infuriating mission or anything, it's just so horrifically boring. If you're going to get that stuck that instantly, it's just like, why even have it in the game? It's like an out of bounds section on the game that you just get stuck in and it's like, oh well, reload. Even if you have a disc in your hand by copyright law, you still don't own the software. You just played the rights to use it. Yeah, which I get to a degree. I mean, the end result is as long as I own the disc in my hand and I can play the game, I don't care about the technicalities. I believe that's the situation. Obviously, there'll be people that could take that game and rewrite bits of it, sort of use it as a base to make their own game, and obviously, like, they sort of do it to stop that being the case. But yeah, they're just, in general, like... Oh yeah, shit, I was going to go another way. Might be worth just going up here. Yeah. I think I'm going to just out of principle that... This is what I mean in this game, where they sort of price themselves out of the gameplay sometimes. Like, whatever ridiculous setup they've got going on in that swamp, I'll just avoid it now. So therefore it means nothing. It may as well not even exist on the map. I mean, yeah, the gaming industry, it's always been a bit... I remember, like, back in the day when you had stuff like Blockbuster and you could renting games was quite a common thing. You used to get a lot of arcadey kind of games, but they'd make boss battles, etc. ridiculously hard, knowing full well that basically hardly anyone would complete it in the amount of time you rent the game for. So you'd either end up double renting, or you just end up buying the game. Which I suppose to a degree, I mean, arcade machines did it at the arcades, like, incredibly difficult, so you keep feeding money into the machine, so I suppose that sort of makes sense, but yeah, any little filthy practice they can get away with. I mean, these days, basically, microtransactions, like I said, there's a way microtransactions can be done that isn't brutal. I have to say, Gran Turismo Sport does it in kind of a fair way. Like, for £8 a car, for the most expensive that costs like 20 million in the game, I can buy a car, but it's not done in, like, I can buy it in the game just as easily. All it is like, say for example, I'm an adult and I'm busy, and I might be like, to earn 20 million on that game is going to take me hours and hours and hours and hours. I can do 1 hour of work and I'll earn more than £8. So it would actually be cost effective if I just haven't got a lot of time to play the game, etc. I may as well just pay the £8, get the car I want, and then enjoy my time, sort of like that. In that sense, it makes sense, because it's not, you're not able to buy something that everyone else can't get out of the game or can't grind for. It's just, yeah, if I haven't got the time or patience to grind for it, there's a way out of it. But then these days they just make it with microtransactions where they've clearly, like, just left things out of the game that we used to get as part of the game, whether it was like customization options, different vehicles, etc. I still think to a degree SnowRunner's been kind of fair enough. There was a decent selection of trucks, over 40 from the beginning. They've added a few more, well, more than a few in the various phases. But to be fair, I wouldn't say anything absolutely shines as like, oh, you need the season pass to get this. The best trucks are still stuff like the Dolphin and the Tiger and all that, and they all came free with the game anyway. But, not too bad. There's even places that will get the OP mud or mod trucks hung up on the SnowRunner stock maps. Yeah, exactly, which just clearly tells you they've gone way too far. Biggest issue buying used discs. Tons of copies of crappy games, copies of good games hard to find and don't play. Yeah, potentially. I did buy, when I bought my PS2 to play Destruction Derby 2, what did I buy? I bought some wrestling game. I wouldn't even say I'm a big fan of wrestling games, but it was one of them again. We had them as a kid, and when I seen it for like £1 on eBay, I was like, sod it, I'm getting it. And yeah, when I put it into the PS2, it didn't work. I didn't even give them a negative, because I honestly don't think they were trying to rip me off. Like, I mean, the game cost £1 and they had to post it. But yeah, it just didn't work for me. It had a few scratches on it. It didn't actually look that bad, but it must have just been in a spot where it was not happy about it. This did help slightly that I've got this heavy wrecker. I probably should have fixed my suspension. But yeah, as you can see that, I just kind of reached into the lake rather than even wasting my time. And I'm preferably hoping not to have to flip this thing back to its wheels. In fact, it's a better idea. Dragging out. bitch. This hill is definitely a beat. This is one I had to climb up the other day in that bloody bandit. We'll see what's coming. Feel a tip. Time you'd like to actually turn, I would be appreciated. One down. I'm just recovering. Next. Let's do a few quick fire missions. Creek Bridge, don't want to do that. What's this one? So I've got to rescue it from there. Do you know what? I'm going to do this one because I want to see if I can park up here and just reach down to it. Good plan. That was a good marker I did there. I'm glad I led the way. Never would have known where I was going if I didn't do that. 3880 is such a beast. Yeah, this thing is definitely... It's a monster. Good bit of fun. It's definitely helped this game that they let modders kind of get in on the action. More games should. You hear some good stories where like companies are pretty relaxed about people modding their games. You hear other ones where obviously some seriously dedicated fans have made like extra levels for games and all sorts, and then you hear like the company sends them a sort of cease and desist, and it's like, what a bunch of wankers. Some people just don't understand good business in this world. And it's sad that it's usually the people that have just been handed like the golden goose. A game ends up being successful and then it's a bunch of absolute tossers that own it. You gonna let me select the mission? Oh, got it. Shouldn't have can't ram that shed. You have to know. I was going to say, like, what? That wheelbarrow is tiny. Going to be a gigantic winch point. Oh god. The question now is, which of the million winch points is it? Well, that one. What the hell was going on there? I'll learn that was going, but... If not, I'll just go down. I'm not actually sure if it is offering me any winch points, right, you know? Go down. Standard P16 can drag construction trailers through drowned lands with a winch in the worst mud, so you can really complain when it's something. Yeah, the P16 is definitely a good old hauling machine, I'll give it that. I'm trying to convince the Puppy Master to build as a Kenworth W900 with the same versatility. Oh, with the same versatility. Yeah, true. The more the merrier. Why is it not offering me winch points? It's been seriously stingy with winch points tonight. So, can you really complain when it's a free truck? Well, no. I've never heard anyone complain about the P16. But there's still areas of this game that they're just... Oh, I'm still in reverse. I was like, bloody hell, that thing's pulling down there pretty bloody quick. No. Didn't really help myself in that situation, did I? Possibly go wrong. Considering it's a steep downhill, it found enough things to not reverse, really. If I was not trying to fall down this hill, it would have been the most effortless journey to the bottom that's ever existed. because I actually wanted to get down there. Suddenly... Well, I'm probably going to have to go back around that way now. Yeah, the P16 is definitely a good old beast. But yeah, like I say, I mean, well, that swamp is a prime example. The fact that this, the heavy wrecker, just instantly got stuck completely in there. And like I said, the same happened with the Tatran, which, let's be honest, the Tatran is basically the best, like, rough terrain off-roader in the game, really. Certainly have a lot of areas and things that I'm not too keen on about the Tatran, but it's definitely, with its OP level of gripped tyres, and the fact that it's just got a chassis full of tyres, yeah, and that got stuck instantly in there, so there's definitely areas of this map that they need to tone down. That's why I think games like Wreckfest have clearly embraced the concept of fun and not to take everything too serious. In its defence, though, this is clearly more of a serious game compared to something like Wreckfest. But yeah, still, every now and then I do think they forget that it's a game, we've already paid our money, so, you know, sort of, remember fun is part of it. Oh, is it going to make me deliver it around there? She wouldn't sit in the back. Surprise, surprise. JB Tatran won't get stuck. I don't know, to be honest. I would have said the same about the Tatran. I certainly would have said it about this as well. But after how easily this got stuck, I could see it going either way. £4.5 well, not bad considering I just took a scout up there. What else we got? A few more. Oh no, we don't want to do that one. Quarry incidents. Oh, I've been to the quarry loads, I don't think I've ever seen that. I can remember anyway. Well, we'll probably head down that way, but I don't know if I'll make it the next one. So I'm convinced with this one, I could park where it needs to be delivered and reach it with a winch. In fact, yeah, we'll head that way and then we'll do the quarry one. See how quick I can get down to the brick factory. I know where I'm going. I'm going to recover to the garage just to repair, refuel, etc. I would bet on the mod P16 over any swamp. True, I'm not too sure. I have got the mod P16. I could try it in a little bit. But it's one of them really. If the mechanics of the game are kind of saying get stuck, then I don't know if any mod or otherwise is going to overcome that. It's kind of like, it's a bit like when you cross that river that's not that deep at all, but it's really restrictive. But then when you cross that bit of water next to the wooden bridge on this map that we're about to cross in a minute, you absolutely fly through there. So obviously the water hasn't just got one set of coding throughout. There's like, they've added extra things onto that river if you kind of go out to the left of the garage, because it's yeah, it's way more intense than most other places. And again, I just don't really see why in some cases. Like, it doesn't really add to the game, or I don't gain anything by doing it. Well, this will go a bit quicker through here. Yeah, banging in high might help. I should have brought a loaf. Then again, there's not, considering the size of this thing, there's not really any decent places to put a loaf on this. It's always been a bit of a shame. It doesn't let you pack it if you sit it like on the roof. Bonnet's a little bit narrow. Putting it behind the crane doesn't work very well. It's all just a bit awkward. I tend to tow one with me, but I just forgot the minute. Oh yeah, I can't build that bridge. UB's got like a jet special on going on the time of the line. Really? feature. I'm going to say that, really. What's it doing? It's that Burlier T100s, 90-inch tyres versus mud. Swamp, I know where I put my money. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that one, because obviously if that's got such massive tyres, that yeah, may just counter it altogether. So what is that thing then? Is that a mod, or is that like something that's coming in the next phase or something? Because I've seen a few thumbnails now, but I've not actually seen kind of what the situation is with that vehicle. It's not built that bridge either. But I know the whip shortcuts. Good job the loaf. Loaf has taught me well. It's definitely nice to have the heavy wrecker back, but it is a bit of a drain on the old RAM. I don't really get the whole memory thing with the game. There's like memory, but then there's RAM as well. And I think the mods are using too much RAM, not just the memory. But I assume that's why it's confusing a lot of people who keep saying, I've got loads of memory left, but it's saying I haven't got any memory left, and I was in the same boat. I still kind of am. People have mentioned this RAM situation. I think I'll probably repair myself. Why not? Yeah, so going through this water is like easy, you can probably stick it behind and get through. So clearly there's a different set of codes going on for that water than the stream near the garage. Import from Mudrunner. What, that big T100? I don't remember that on Mudrunner. Oh, was it a mod on Mudrunner, you mean? Because again, I wasn't able to get the mods on there. To be honest, I believe when they originally released Mudrunner, I think they were talking about having mods on console. But then by the time I discovered Mudrunner, it was yeah, it was just already pretty obvious by then that there was no mods coming. But there's that vehicle. I mean, here's a prime example. Like, I just drove into here and I'm absolutely stuck. Diffs, no diffs, auto, high, whatever. It's like there's not even any variety to it or anything. It's just bad. Like, again, it's just another area that's like, I'll avoid and I'll never use this section. So it doesn't really bother me, but it just sort of seems like, yeah. As far as repeated play within a certain area goes, like, they're just kind of designing areas of maps to never be used, that will never be used. It just seems a little bit pointless. Oh, probably not helping that I'm driving against the wind while I'm trying to get out of there. That's the monster that packed P16 on flat deck with loaf and cargo on the other side. Yeah, I've heard the rumours about it, and I've seen a few thumbnails from, I believe, TC Gaming, like his videos. So every now and then I'll watch a video if it's like a certain it might be something I've already done or whatever. The same with SD11 as well, but yeah, for the most part I don't. No, it's not offering me a winch point, I don't think. Why this game is being so stingy with winch points recently. Of course you weren't going to land it. No, it is now. No, you just game and its crazy winch points. Well, it would have been quicker if it wasn't in reverse, but it's probably going to be one of the quickest money because is that £2.5 grand? Oh, well, that's a bit crap. Even though I didn't have to go far. I thought for a second it said £7.5 grand. I was like, oh damn. That is worth it. Well, another one bites the dust. may as well do some of these now, because I'm probably never going to make a video on a truck that takes 5 seconds to recover. If that thing has a scaled up crane, it might lift a train. That's part of the reason, by the way, I just came onto this one. I already kind of know the answer, but I have got that derailed train on Grainwoods River, so one, I could try lifting it with this crane in a minute, and two, regardless, I could just recover the train and see if we can adjust special while towing a train. That was a few of the ideas floating around my mind. So I'll come down there. You've got to try the T100, yeah, I'll be when I get the opportunity, I'll certainly be giving that one a go. 10-wheel drive, I have no idea. Technically 16-wheel drive because they're all dualies. The Burlier, is it Burlier? Yeah, T100 is a mod. Oh, I'm not sure if it's on consoles yet. If it is, you should check it out. I've not seen it yet or anything, but it's possibly going to be making its way to consoles then if that's the case. Where is this? Lodestar. That's it down there. But effectively 10-wheel drive. That monster went over the dips. It didn't dip. Now I've got to get this thing to there, I assume. Quarry incidents. So the best way up to there. Little rock gaps, not really. I might as well just go out and go around. Turning around. What I need to do. The lake is taut as well on that one. I hope the camera wasn't horrific when it comes to being in quarries. Well, I was curious. I could drive up there, but I need to somehow get over onto there, and I don't think I can. And then I could have gone around that way. Why that wood frame is, I don't think it's going to go well. Right, is the next best thing to Hobcraft mode. Would love to see it handle Amanda's super snow and rocks. Yeah, exactly. That sounds like what we need it for. Heavy Wrecker seems pretty slow in its auto gears. It's an absolute beast in the highway, but yeah. The auto gears and a lot of things in this game seem a little bit average, should we say. Tin Man fish on, exactly. Low starfish. Why she will be eating. wondering why I never get invited back to rescue things. Always so careful. Somebody rings me up because I've run out of fuel. I come down the road like, hey boy, got your vehicle here? Good as scrap. That'll be £2,000, please. I hope the contract does not require a truck delivered intact. Well, that's their problem, isn't it? That's for them to figure out. Certainly didn't say intact on the instructions, so surely I'm not liable. I'm in a good old time anyway. Will still be a truck. Well, truck, but close enough. Truck. I mean, to be fair, I should just stick in a bill for my suspension bloody... Oh, do I own it? Oh, well, that would have been nice to it if I'd known it was mine afterwards. Oh, what? Oh, I have got to repair or do something to it. Let's have a look. Again, why do I have to make the writing so small? Oh no, repair is what I want to do first. Oh, we're going to get 26 points shy. Oh, good for that. He's a legend, that little sleeper cab. Sleep at any time. Refuel. Imagine that I'd be 2 off. I'd not be impressed. Oh, and I don't get to keep it. Well, fuck you and your shitty Lodestar. Glad I wrecked it now. Oh, and look at it. It stole all my repair points. Leaves me here winged. Oh yeah, weightlifting. That reminds me. I think that was... Well, that certainly sorted quite a few of the little odd missions. What else have we got? Oh yeah, then again it's my my modded playthrough, so I've not even got that upgrade yet. Let's go, yeah, to Greenwoods River and see if we can lift a train. There she is, still in the water. Right where I left her. It's a well-behaved train, if nothing else. Actually, you do have to repair it. I'm not sure though. I might have, but I was going to say, I wonder if that added anything on. Can anyone confirm? What did it cost me? Probably a good 500 points or more to repair it then. But I wonder if it was always going to be that, or if it was like, it was like 100 points before I carefully delivered it. Using that is a lot easier than the way I did that. Mod wasn't available at the time I did those. Yeah, they did remove the heavy wrecker for a little while. It was sorely missed. If anyone knows a way to get it back, please help. Thank you, Trickster. I'm sorry, I missed the comment. If anyone knows a way to get it back. Is that one of the mods, perhaps? I think I can see like the bottom of your comment, but it's just, yeah, jumped up. It changes depending on how much damage it takes on the way. So I probably encouraged it along a little bit. Right, well, let's go and give this train a go, because the only crane that even remotely would have a chance, I would think, is going to be this one. Certainly not going to be that. It's a nudge of shame. years. Get on with it. Accidentally deleted his game, it seems. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know completely, but apparently there is, like... If you deleted it off the actual PlayStation, assuming you're on that, I don't know, but if you've just deleted it kind of in the menu, you should be able to go into like your saved data area of your computer, and it might still have it saved in there. So I remember somebody said something about restoring their game using like that situation. Yeah, it definitely sucks if that's the case. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, the best bet would probably be to type in a YouTube video like how to restore saved data or something on, again, I don't know if you're on PlayStation or Xbox. Not liking it. This is the only thing I've ever seen do that to the wrecker. Yeah, that's not going to lift it. Well, trainer's a beast. Wonky there for my liking. Just trying to... Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well. Not on News 4 at 10, see video of a crazy totem driver who was sent to the nut house after the cops pulled him over. They'll never take me alive. Send the loaf on him. News at 10. 4 coppers get arrested by a loaf. And the wrecker driver lived happily ever after. Trickster PS4, yeah, that's what I believe was the console the guy was explaining it on, so there might be a way to recover it. As I said, in your actual PS4 kind of memory and everything, there should be like a saved gate, like a game data section. You might still have it like in there. I mean, my advice would definitely be to look up on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think it's going to lift this train, basically, while I'm rambling on. Yeah, I probably wouldn't load your game up too much, because the more you load your game, the more chance it's eventually going to overwrite that saved game data as well, but I'm pretty certain there is a way to do it, because I'm sure when they did that update that wiped everybody's trucks off the map and all sorts, I'm sure somebody said they were able to restore their data and get pretty much everything back. Right, well, plan B, oh, I've still got my legs out. Yeah, that's what she said. I would, as a backup plan, like to see how quick I could tow this train then. Restart. Does the JDE P16 have a crane option? I believe it does, yeah, but it's going to be the in-game crane, which is like pretty sadly weak, to be honest. This is like the only unique crane really that sort of came with the wrecker, and it's a hell of a lot stronger than anything else, but that didn't even have a chance of lifting that train, so that train is just pure beefiness. See, if the loaf had a crane, I have absolutely no doubt that it would be able to pick that train up like it was nothing. I've been looking on YouTube for hours. I just lost 100+ hours. Yeah, that sucks, man. I honestly don't know, but I'd sort of think if you just deleted it off like if I went into, say, the SnowRunner main menu now, and I deleted one of the files, yeah, I kind of feel like there would be a way to restore it, but I don't know, man. I'll try. Thanks for the help, brother. Yeah, let us know, man, if you get it sorted. That's definitely. I'm sorry to hear it. So that's a bit of a beast, that is. But in theory, it should still be somewhere on your PS4. I don't know why I chose to reverse the whole way, to be honest. I think it's because I was reading comments about Xbox saves to the cloud and your console at the same time, so if your data goes bad on Xbox, you just get your last save off the cloud. Yeah, I was going to say about the cloud, but I'll be honest, I don't really know how all that stuff works. I don't even know if I've got the cloud on this. It keeps telling me on my phone as well. Type in my password to use the cloud. Like, fuck off. You use the cloud, you give me your password. Jalen Harrison, I hope I said that right. Hi, how's it going, dude? Nice to have you join us for the old stream. Exact reason I thought the T100, if anything big enough to shift the train. Yeah, true. Fortunately, it does sort of let you keep the train after you do this mission. So as and when, if I get that T100, I'll give it a go. Right, let's see how fast we can get this train going. It's going to make me do a million winch points. Please just be somewhere reasonably near. I don't mind a few thousand, but no. I can't even hold like right on the D-pad and let it hammer it. If I start moving the camera around now, will it start being a dick? Instead of just going like this way though, you can also do, I'm just trying to get over to this patch a little bit more. Now start pressing down. We're getting there. This is definitely the downside of massive winches. And again, that's the magic of editing. Normally I can just cut this cut this out of the video. Yeah, which point? Yes. Didn't look like it was doing a wheelie then. Cool truck, yeah, this is the heavy wrecker. Definitely a good old beast, this one. Slow train, so it's Jeff's special, yeah. Well, picking up speed. Just getting squirrely. Looking where you're going is definitely overrated. The train does drive away once you complete train departure. Oh, does it? Cheers for letting us know, man. I won't complete that for a little bit then. Tried blocking it with the twin steer, but it didn't work. It was worth the effort. You dare jump off the... Oh, no. Thing is an absolute lump, like it didn't even drag a tiny bit. Well, try that again. Still convinced high speed is the answer. It's gotta be. Is there any point in saying go slowly? I mean, try. Might work eventually. Powerful Wolves 697 was up. I just joined. And do you mean the stream? I appreciate it if so. Aussie man too fast? It might have been. Personally, I think it was a crosswind. It's gotta have been what it was really. Spot on the rail is bad, exactly. Bad craftsmanship. I mean, look at me. Clearly driver of the century, so it couldn't have been anything I did. speed and that train don't like each other, yeah. I was kind of hoping if I could just go fast enough that even if it did fly off, I don't know, I was hoping it would be like ET or something, it'd sit in my little bike basket and we'll fly past the moon together, but it wasn't to be. ET lied to me. More repairs. Come on, take them all. Rip it and rip it. Exactly. It's just instead of scrolling through that many winch points. Sometimes, if you just try not to look at something and ignore it, then it doesn't count. Let's try that. Singing la 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 la. With your fingers in your ears might help as well. Tends to increase the odds. Hey, what's up, man? Have you tried the new Red Canyon mod map? It's really good. Stiffmeister. I've not. I've just seen it though in the mod menu, like before I came on this. What the hell? Racing talk, can't it? What are you doing, train? I'm dropping the hammer. Harry. Dropping the hammer. Let's be honest, that was definitely racing talk. Don't know what that train is up to, but clearly speed is the answer. Look at it. Oh, don't do it to me, train. Oh, we were so close. I thought this was the good part of the track. Thought I'd just fix these tracks. So there is one thing I just want to try quickly. I doubt it'll do anything, but I need to know. I know I can't lift it. Do. No. But can I tip it? Fuck you, crazy winches. Hey up. Go on, my son. Not we might still be in this yet. I know it's not on the tracks, but do I care? Uh-oh. Right. It might want to tip as I go near it. So I think if you let go of the winch and stay close, it looked like Dio. Beside the train, it will keep rolling pretty far. Sadly, the question is, why did the train derail? Exactly. That's that. That's the game in the high. How's it going, dude? Right. Bye-bye. Yeet. Oh. Seemed like a foolproof plan to me. I don't really want to go and get the bloody train again. We've got to know these things. Yep. Moved. Why can I not just lift you, train? Even a little bit. Push it in high gear instead of pulling it. True. Juice of the cane F. Exactly. F's in chat. For that train. Right, well, I'm recovering, so I'm fixed. Can we have some likes for Lone Wolf, please, people? I appreciate it. Darren Russell. Can't find it, grind it. Right, give it one more go. If not, I'll just abandon it for another week. One day we'll get there. The thing is, I know I can do it slowly, but I've got to ask myself, do I want to? Like, do I achieve anything if I do it slowly? The answer is probably not. Whereas if I do it high speed train delivery, it's going to feel like I accomplished something. Juice of Pain, hello Mr. Lone Wolf, how's it going dude? Appreciate you joining us for the old stream. Oh yeah, oh look at the dent in the floor. Driving away like. Not my dent, it's send in the council. It's their problem now. It's Heavy Wrecker. Or does she look to soak up some damage? Foolproof. Well, not for Lone Wolf. Never is. I should be like a foolproof tester. I'm the reason bags of peanuts have to say may contain traceable nuts. These nuts. I recommend getting it up to speed, then release winch. Oh, that's a good point. So let's try that. I like it. Probably still going to have to stay close to it, otherwise it'll kind of lock in place. But it's already jiggling with excitement. Who knows? Knows magical things are about to happen. Uh-oh. I mean, what? What am I stuck on? While we're here... thinks it's stuck on. Gotta run up and ram it harder. That's what I've learned. Speed is key, exactly. I had my suspicions, I'm not gonna lie. Figured speed would probably be involved. Keanu Reeves popping out of the window in a minute. Don't let it drop below 50. Wrecker, hardly knew her. All about the purity. Look at him trying to race me. Not sure about this. But if I'm not touching it at the time of derailment, then that is officially nothing to do with me. So this is where we need. Oh yes, can we just specialist? Right, you get a bit of a run on train. Oh. Because it blocks it. Right, we'll try the Jeff Special in a minute. Go, 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 go. Yeah, look, those tracks are just poorly built. Oh my god, horrifically built. Why can't I just tow it like that? Why does it have to be on track? To feel cold when you play a game where there's snow on the map. I know what you mean. Yeah, I have that kind of feel. Or if you're on like a, I don't know, a game where you're in the desert. Alan Birch told, here she goes. Yep. I'll drag it here like this, mate. One train, something's an awkward sod. So it'd be really cool if you could lift the train and like load it onto a trailer. Aha, wait there. Genius idea. Potentially. Oh, you son of a bitch, I've got to put a mud flap on. Of course, everybody knows. You can't put a fucking rollback on until you've got mud flaps. How stupid of me. It was an amateur mistake, that was. Like, first thing a teacher in rollback school, put mud flaps on. I'm drifting into people's fences. Like, my bad. It's about the 80 million fence I owe them for. Train no-go without tracks. It is true. Where we're going, we don't need tracks. Cool. Might need hospital though. They lift trains with cranes on other trains. Exactly. Like train section. Games are blocking me of such privileges. Or you more turtle, less bunny. The thing is, you get to have like 5 attempts at bunny per turtle. So, get it right the first 4 times, you'll reckon. To be honest, I'm, at the minute, just kind of messing around / experimenting with some potential possibilities. I'm sure you probably figured out what it is I'm now attempting. Just pressing square like. What the hell have I got to say? Magic word? The moose? Abracadabra? Hurry up. Oh no, not circled up. Right, yep. Slips in like I've done it before. Oh. What? Winch the train. I think maybe that would be the logical thing to do. Right. It was fighting me. I'll give it that. Yep. I'll take it. Right, I'm gonna have something called SnowRunner thumb every time I stop playing this game. Okay, hoover me under it then. She said, come on. Did it just completely give up? I think it might have. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Liked it. It's funny, I was loading like 4 loaves into one of those ET trucks the other day and the game froze and it obviously blue screened and it said send them a screenshot. I just remember thinking, oh crap, every time my game blue screens and I have to send them a screenshot, it usually involves me trying to fit X amount of loaves into or onto something, and it just made me laugh how many times. We must get my screenshots like, what the hell is this tosser up to now? Oh, don't you dare. I don't know if this is going to work, but we had to know, didn't we? Thank you for being the first one to stop. We're going to need the diffs for this one. Yeehaw! Uh-oh. There you go. Nearly got it back on the tracks. Oh, well, that didn't go well. Okay. I think there is potential to that. In fact, I might leave it, you know, because I might end up even doing a video on that. But I don't think it's worth sitting here for the next hour trying to do it on a live stream. But you can see what I was going for. I reckon if I could somehow balance that a bit better, probably adjust the winch points. Maybe get the winch point like pulled straight down onto the bed of the truck instead. Probably get a loaf involved somehow. Tends to be right there. Oh well, it kind of worked so far. To be fair, it got a bit further than I was expecting. You got to try these things to know, but it did go kind of well. Right, we'll top the train. Do me like that. The top of the train. Your boss drives past now. Like, but yeah, just you know, getting work done. That's what I'm doing, boy. In fact, why am I not the boss? Is that back on the tracks? That is back on the tracks. Let's say. Sell trailers in the trailer store. True. You can just release them into the wild though. They like it. Alright, let's give it one more go. If not, we'll call it a day. But that was quite appetizingly close. I can even get under it. But I can at the minute while it's on the tracks. Oh well, we'll try and pull it. If not, like say, maybe I'll make a video of me trying to carry it on the rollback. That button. Need to get used to them controls again. Question is though, can we now just tow it? What a tosser of a train. Damn it, lol. Exactly. Only thing to do is sell them or delete them if you're okay eating the money they cost. Yeah, well, if you can do that money glitch, then I suppose that sort of makes up for the money, but yeah, I know what you mean. What do we do now? Probably do one more mission and then we'll call it a day. Which one is the question? I think I'm going to say I think I've done. I don't really fancy doing that Fallen Titan ones again. Could do that only for the worthy, but with this truck, which probably would make life a hell of a lot easier. One wrecker at each end of the train, winch the wreckers together. Yeah, exactly. Maybe something like that. So I get what you mean. Like, get both ends scooped up on the rollbacks. Could be, like I said, one night I'll probably attempt it, but it might take me like a couple of hours of messing around, and then I can just edit it down into like a sort of 10-20 minute video. Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself now, so I may as well leave it there for now. I don't really know what the missions to do, to be honest. Can Loaf come out to play? Yeah, I must admit it did time Loaf came back out. Let's recover this. We will get a Loaf out. What else we got though? We'll go and find a mission to do. How do you delete them? Is that in one of the menus? I think it's just comes up in your truck menu. Yeah, there's the old that thing. Question is what mission to do? I think. Wait. Oh yeah, there you go. Delete trailers. So it's under change truck. With over 9 million in cash, I don't care about cash anymore. Exactly. So what is the best scout mod? I'm not sure. Well, the loaf is just the best scout. Full stop. Mod or not. The scout mod? I don't know. I honestly don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what mission to do. I don't really fancy doing that only for the worthy, but again, it's just not an enjoyable mission, and it'll be one of them that could just eat loads of time up over just trollishness of the fact that the P12 is a bit crap, and they've just put it in an awkward place with crane legs that just keep sticking into the terrain, which it's a bit like trying to drag that train along. That is a bit like what that only for the worthy mission is. Admittedly, sort of not as heavy as that train, but pretty much just as trollish. Could go and build one of the bridges. I know I have done it on other things, but what would it need? Service spare parts and metal beams. Oh, I can't really be arsed going to get metal beams. What's the loaf? The loaf is the goddamn horse of a vehicle. Let's go and get the loaf out. Loaf is life, exactly. Tiny little crap. That's what the loaf has. Tiny little craps of victory every time he nails the game. There he is. The goddamn horse. Oh. Found loaf, found in drowned lands, taken in Russia. Lost country bread mission. Gotta get that country bread. Loaf's a beast. I don't know what mission to do though. That is the problem. Well, we can go on to the thing is, like I said, because this is my second playthrough, I've not even got Big Salmon Peak unlocked. Not got Mandra unlocked. Not that I'm particularly missing it, to be honest. What they saying on Quarry, and God, it's all just discovering. Yeah, I've just not got a lot unlocked on this playthrough. Juice of Cane, the only fucking professional on the crew. Exactly. The loaf is a beast. You definitely need to get yourself a loaf. It's like rule number one. SnowRunner 101. Yeah, we did one of these missions on that map the other, I think last week, so I don't really want to do one of them again. Oh, there was, I know. Oh no, it's not on this, it was on the original playthrough. I was going to say that login one. We'll go and find something to do, and then, like I say, I'll probably make it the last one. As I said, we're sort of running out of missions a little bit. Not too much, but you know what I mean. Ones that's kind of makes sense to actually get started on. Oh no, I've already done that one. Oh wait there. No. 6 metal beams. I can't be arsed touching any more metal beams right now. I know, we're going to head to Greenwoods River. Could do it with the old P16, I suppose. As a beat. In fact, yeah, while we're there as well, we'll see if this thing, the P16 can go through that swamp. Because I am actually interested myself to see if it can or not. I've kind of got a feeling, I don't know, sort of that it won't be able to, but it's more the game mechanics is just going to make it that way. What's with the region locks on vehicles? I don't. Well, yeah, like you have to go to Russia to buy it or whatever. I don't think you can unlock that unless there is a mod, but I've not seen or heard of one that does it. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. You just got to travel to a Russian map for Russian trucks and an American map for American trucks. And yeah, it is a bit stupid. I've said it before. If someone was sat there with a load of money saying, get me a Russian truck when I'm in America, someone would get it. They're not going to make me travel to Russia. Once you own it, you can load it to any garage. The Boar is a Russian truck. Yeah, it is. The Boar is a bit of a letdown. Especially after doing that video yesterday. Daylight. Let's see if this garage thing works again then. On that, click R3. Oh, that time it worked. Very nicely. Scout type truck is one of the most mod trucks that are out for the game, so I would just go look at the mod list to see which one you like. Yeah, I don't know really with the best. I mean, stuff like the what was it called, the BTR Gaz or something like that. That was pretty good if that's in the Scout category of mods. To be honest, overall though, the Scout setup on this game isn't necessarily as handy as trucks. Like, trucks can carry cargo and all the rest of it. Like I said, with the exception of the loaf, which I do get a hell of a lot of use out of, but crap, I need a crane. Yeah, for the most part, it's like trucks are sort of better than the Scouts, really, because the Scouts are just unnecessarily punished with, I don't know, obviously they can't have cranes, they're not as good at cargo, they've generally got smaller wheels, they don't really have a better speed than a lot of the trucks, which you'd think they'd be given to kind of make up for the fact that they can't really be heavy hauling cargo delivery things. I mean, I've made a cargo load before, he can definitely handle cargo, but the game, I don't know, the game just can't see things the way me and my wife do. That's what would be nice as well, if someone could mod the rotation speed when you've got something on a crane that's got down. You feel grey pubes appear and every time I wait for it to rotate. He's on. It was worth it. It's always worth it with a load. Spina bifida warrior, you and your damn professional loafs. Exactly. He deserves it. Right, so first, let's see if we can go through this swamp quickly, just for curiosity. To the east. Stevie Wonder eat a heart out. What's this way? By the way, the iceberg is the best damn vehicle, hands down. The iceberg is definitely a beast. I will happily agree with that. So yeah, easily one of the best. I'm trying to. Yeah, the iceberg. I quite like the iceberg. This, the heavy wrecker. Probably, I believe, my three favourite mods. The Yeet Star, all upgraded, makes a nice scout. Yeah, true. The JVE Lodestar is pretty damn nice as well. I've not really had it on for a while, just because, again, I've not had a massive need for it, but when I tried it, it was a very nice vehicle. You can stick a load just about anywhere. Exactly. The load just keeps on doing. No trouble. Keeping the rain off my saddle. Therapeutic horse. Missed it. I have actually drove down the middle here before, very slowly, but I was just going to say, like, it was off to the sides there where actually this thing is walking it though. That was still impressive that it even got that far, to be honest. I'll try over where I got stuck with the wrecker, just for the sake finding out. That definitely already feels... That's the best thing I've driven through here in anyway. A little bit slow at the end, but listen. Good to right over, man. I just used Frog's Nissan Titan 4x4 with a gooseneck trailer. Had to do a load of big pipe. Yeah, I've seen that gooseneck trailer. I'll be grabbing that at some point. Twinkie Zombie 79, loaf equals goat, exactly. Great full time. Right, yeah, I mean, this P16's absolutely eating the swamp for breakfast. Good times. Although, let's be honest, is it a coincidence that there is a loaf on the back of it? Probably not. That loaf was like a moral support loaf for the P16. It talks him through the swamp like a goddamn beast. As far as the kick-ass scout, I use the BTR gas. You can't go wrong when you can't get stuck. Yeah, I mean, I've not used the BTR gas much, but when I did, I just, for a scout, I believe it is very good, very well weighted for a scout and all the rest of it. You ever see the monster drive through Pedro Bay into the ocean? You ever see the monster drive through Pedro Bay into the ocean? I don't know. I knew the monster drive from Pedro Bay. I don't know about through to the ocean or something. Right, telegraph post. Stop me now. Having a good time. Monstrosity. Oh yeah, I remember the old Monstrosity. It's true. Where's that been? I've seen that on the mod list for a good old while. Monstrosity kind of go through that swamp by default, but it's just got such ridiculously massive tyres. There's not really any. Slow it down. I mean, what a good old time. Enjoying the views. With the beast of a P16. I've got that awesome vehicle. Spares and repairs. Bit of drifting. Can't see where I'm going. Lead stick. Hey look, a floating log. Later. Have you found Sasquatch? I found like the footprints and there was some yellow snow. What's that on Lake Cod, I believe? What are the little Easter egg things is there? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think there's some polar bears on Polar Peninsula or something. I think I might have seen one of the polar bears, but I heard there's a lot more of them. Got a load peeking around the edge like a serial killer, staring at you through the gap of the door. Like, one day you just wake up and bang. The loaf will bang you up, take you off to his den. I use the JB Voron D as my scout. Yeah, I mean, it's like, in many cases, it's best to use a truck as a scout. As much as I do love the loaf, I never really use the loaf as a scout. I just use it as kind of like a full purpose, just a general all-round goddamn professional, but it's not necessarily scouting particularly. Well, I suppose really, by the time I discovered the loaf, I've kind of done a lot of the scouting, and I suppose I do take the loaf with me when I go scouting, so in fact, yeah, I take that back. The loaf has probably scouted more maps on my game than everything else combined. I got that horse. Nick the Knob one. There is at least one polar bear on Lake Cod and at least 2 of them on Amandra. I'm sure, I can't remember which map it was I've seen them on, but I'm sure I've seen one. Bobby Clotman, what do you think of the GE version of the Longhorn? I'm really loving the added power over the standard gas engine version. Yeah, I tried it, but I did it on my second playthrough and I didn't have the top engine unlocked for it, and it was clearly an improvement on the normal Derry, but yeah, I need to get a few levels higher so I can get the top engine for it. I think I got the 500 kilowatt engine, and yeah, then it goes as high as 600 or something. So I didn't want to really call it because I was like, I don't know how much more juicy that extra 100 kilowatts is. But yeah, clearly that electric pack in general, I've heard quite a few good things about it, to be honest. And I've got it on mine. Why? I don't know why it just attached the winch then. sure why with that, but I'm going to take this. Sort of made roughly. Yeah, because they've got like the twin steer as well. I think, yeah, a lot of those electric trucks are worth getting, really. It's only because of the memory issues I've not absolutely, like, just had all 10 of them now on my game. Because if I need to remove them. Although, to be fair, it's let me turn the those electric mods on and off. I think I've got to take it to that. They've let me turn them on and off very easily, so it's probably a bit more relaxed than some of the other mods. Like I say, the Heavy Wrecker is definitely a bit of a moany sod about that. How does it want me to get down there? Just fly down there, I suppose. We'll ram our way through, looking down. One of the best trucks to do it. Is there a map with worse mud than Rift? Yes. Where to start? Flooded Foothills, Big Salmon Peak. Probably these maps, to be honest. Like the farm section of this map. Zimnogorsk has got some pretty juicy mud sections. Rift certainly has got some trolley sections. Rift is quite a nice balanced map, really. If you've, yeah. The only shame with Rift, it didn't have a garage on it. If it had garages there, I'd use it more. I'd be on it more, but it's just not worth my time to drive 4 or 5 vehicles there to go messing around, and then when I recover them each time, I've got to recover them one by one, like load back up to Zimnogorsk, load back to Rift, recover another one, load to Zimnogorsk, etc. It's too much faffing around just to get anything done. Oh, sorry, the R87 is a decent scout. True, the only thing I didn't like about it is once you roll, it's a right nightmare to tip back to its wheels. It really doesn't like tipping back to its wheels. I have the top engine, I think you'll really like it, Bobby Clotman. Yeah, I reckon, like, it felt good already with what I had of it. I almost didn't want to come to a conclusion in my head yet, so I had a little bit of a drive around with it. I drove the Derry and the Twin Stair, and what else was there? There was one of the other ones I drove with the electric ones. But yeah, overall, they clearly do seem like a very good mod. They had a very nice set of, like, different add-ons and stuff, if I remember correctly. It just felt like a, yeah, very well put together mod. And although I haven't really tested them a lot, I would recommend it already, kind of based off what a lot of other people have said as well about those mods in general. Juice of cocaine, load equals Mr. King. Reservoir loads. I do like this piece of thing, just the actual look of it. Especially with these tyres, I have to say, they do suit it quite well. Where am I even going on that? Can I smash through the trees? Way back. Oh yes. We could smash the trees. Well, I gotta smash my way into that. Waiting. The crane mod is the worst mod. Disappeared on me so many times, causing me to lose cash. I remember, yeah, the stronger crane mod, it just didn't do hardly anything for me, to be honest. That tree. Tree knows. Tree ain't taking shit. I dare you to jump out now, logs. Yeah. Now sufficiently smashed your garden to people. I'm out. I want to kill a few of these trees. Oh no, that might be an unkillable tree actually. Okay, we'll let that one go. Well, he's on the list, but not saved list. pretty sure a lot of us would love to pitch in for our most favourite gamer, the Xbox Series X. It's true, to be honest, I'll be a complete noob on an Xbox Series X. So the last time I've played Xbox was, yeah, it must have been the original Xbox. I'll go outside with it. What mission to do now? Ah, there was. I'll probably send the loaf to do that, to be honest, because it's like a trailer. I think I've got a thread. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So we'll skip that one. What else we got? It was lost but not forgotten. Oh, the Hummer. I've got them on flashbacks already. That's sod. Let's go and do this one and then we'll call it a day. Them oil barrels, do you know what, it would help if I'd selected the mission. Cool. I don't know what it's bloody called now. Lost supplies? Nope. Start tracking. Life. Once you get a shorter winch length, it tends to preferably slap the handbrake on it, kind of hoover him in. Yeah, there we go. Now he ain't going anywhere. He's got like his own little, like a pair of ass lips holding him in place. Tyler Preston, hi Mr. Lone Wolf, love your videos, appreciate it dude. Any word about a proper plough to get rid of rocks in phase 4? I don't know, but the wrecker, like not the heavy wrecker but the normal one, that does have a plough on the front. But yeah, I mean it kind of works. I did a video on it. It's the rocks will kind of refresh and move back in place so each time you reload the game. But it's there. Juice of the cane. Funky true. Exactly. They deserve it. What we're gonna... Oh yeah, oil barrels. Well, I'll probably... Do you know what? I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It'd be cool if there was a trailer that had a crane on it. Because obviously... Oh, then again, actually. This is the JBE one. Let's have a look what we can get on it then. I was just gonna say, because, like, yeah. Trucks that you can't get cranes on. Oh, we can get that little crane. So what would we want? A crane and I suppose just need a little 2 slot. Can I have a 2 slot with this though? That's the question. Bringing the load. About the equivalent of a little shoulder barge back in the old school days where someone would do that to you for no apparent reason. That's what we just did to the trailer. Oh yeah, I've got a crane on me, P16. Don't need you anymore, heavy wrecker. Like a glove, but even got an extra load roll cage and packing. Oh god, like more secure than Fort Knox. We are away. Look at these oil barrels. Air load, exactly. He knows what he's doing. I definitely do like this though. easy. I don't know why I got the smallest, stupidest trailer I could, but why not? Not often I use this thing, it's usually crap. Although I have got the off-road trailer pack on, so this might be complete. That floating log came out of nowhere. There's something driver as well. Yeah, it might be the off-road version of the trailer. Not that it really matters, let's be honest, when the P16 is towing it. Could be a sheet of metal. It's still going just as fast. I didn't really pay attention last time, but I believe this thing cut through that water section with like 0 effort as well. Well, to the point where I kind of forgot we even cut through that way, so it's something like this is definitely a nice way to travel. Everything you need. It's stuff like that, though, the fact that this piece of thing can have a crane on that, like, it's about time the devs do kind of open up what we can equip just to normal vehicles, because especially, obviously there's a lot of mods that are modding stuff like the P16s, etc., but all these trucks that we get on the season pass side of things, they're just not letting anyone mod them, so we'll never get a better version of the P512PF, that K-Star, or the 4, which clearly is kind of lacking in a lot of areas. Particularly noticed it when I did a review of it yesterday. It was just not that good, the boat, and I haven't got anything against it. I kind of wanted to like it because it was a KZ GT engine combined with a high range. And yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't up to scratch. It couldn't do a lot of what plenty of other trucks could do. Corm 75, damn that truck's horny. It always is. It's got a loaf on its back, who wouldn't be? How is the haptic feedback of the PS5 with SnowRunner? Guinness Mon 1970? I have no idea. To be honest, I've seen What Culture Gaming or whatever, they posted a thing with it on YouTube saying how people finding the new PS5, and 99% of the comments were people saying, yeah, it's still not been able to buy one yet. Obviously all the scalpers snapped them up. They cocked up pretty badly when they released the PS5, really, because they kind of didn't tell anybody and then just released it. And then obviously scalpers who had robots set waiting to buy them as soon as they were released got them, but a lot of people that just suddenly heard 2 hours later like, oh what, they've released the PS5. They had no chance. And yeah, 4 months on, people are still struggling to buy one, apparently, so... It's part of it that's put me off it. Not the only thing, I mean, I wouldn't be getting a PS5 now even if I had the money to get one. Like, right now, anyway, there's not a whole lot of games really out for it and all sorts, so I'm quite happy to sort of wait. I believe the PS5 Pro is also coming out next year, or maybe even later this year. So I'd probably wait for that if anything. But yeah, like I say, overall, just as far as making videos with YouTube and so on, I don't know, I think it just might be best to get a PC for me in the end. Right, change the winch point. Something just actually go easily. Starting to work now. We're about to get blue screen or something. Where does it want these delivering? Ah, down there. Not a problem. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Loaf. Guinness Mod 97. I'm sorry, I thought you had one. I'm still trying to get either a PS5 or a Series X myself. No, it's all good, dude. No, like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to one if you know what I mean, but I've not even really seen many for sale other than like scalpers and all the rest of it, so yeah, I couldn't really tell you a lot about it. Like I said, even when I read that thing the other week, most people were just sort of saying they can't even get one themselves. Are you still live, Darren Russell? Yeah, I believe so. I hope so. I believe I am though, yeah. Oh, well, not for too much longer though. This is going to be one of the last missions. Maybe like squeeze a little quickly and afterwards we'll see. Releasing as COVID has still got people out of work didn't help the new console because there's a shortage of parts to making them right now. True, that probably does factor into it a little bit, although they have kind of had a while now really to plan for that. But yeah, I get what you mean. Well, it could work both ways. A lot of people are stuck in, so I suppose a lot of people might also be like, sod it, let's get a PS5. I think one of the biggies that drained the supplies of the PS5 is scalpers. People that have just bought, you know, 10 PS5s the second they got released and then just tried to sell them on eBay for like $1,000. I think that has, in its own right, put quite a few people off as well. Back when I bought the PS3, I got one of the first PS3s, like pretty much the day they came out, and yeah, I don't remember anyone really trying to buy them all up and hoard them, sort of thing. I'm sure maybe someone did though. I mean, I don't mind like some people as like a private person, say pre-ordered a PS5. They got in there first, nice and early, and then they get one delivered and they can kind of sacrifice, do I sell it on eBay, make a bit of profit? I've got absolutely nothing against people doing that. It's just, and I get it, I know it's a grey area because you could argue, well, what does a shop do? You know, they buy a load of them and sell them for a higher price. But, I don't know, yeah. People who are just literally buying like 10 of them just to hike the price up and stick them on eBay, it's just, I don't know, something the world could kind of do without. But again, like I say, I can't, it's a bit of a grey area. I wouldn't go as far as to say I hate them for it, it's just a little bit of a filthy tactic. They kind of know what they're doing. Like I said, people who just ordered one and they decide, oh, I'll sell my one, it's like, yeah. But the scalpers these days kind of made an artificial demand, really, for the PS5. My friend Taco Fist works IT at an American university. He convinced them. Oh, something like that's right. What's up? What's down? He convinced them somehow that the computer he needed at home was one that ran $5,000. In some companies though, that's probably a drop in the ocean to them, but yeah, it's insane when you think a $5,000 piece of hardware is going to be a right beast. Mocking you. Which one? We'll have to have words. Done. Another one in the bag. 5, nearly $6,000. That's not too bad for 2 barrels. Can't really complain at that. Any last little ones while we're down here? Let's have a quick look. Or is them, but I kind of did a mission on them the other day, so there's not really much point. Recovering the Western Star. Do you know what? Let's recover the Western Star, sod it, and then we will actually... I will actually make that the last one. I was just feeling quite good having this P16 out. P16 and Loaf. What a pair. We are kind of over that way. You see me there. The green. If I knew which one, I'd run them all over. Yes, made it to the end. Once more, thanks to my sons keeping me up. Kids can certainly do that. Where have I got to take that? Oh, down to the house, easy. Easy peasy. So, get this one in the bag, we'll call it a day. But I suppose while we're already set up, plenty of fuel left. Got supplies in the form of a goddamn horse. This trailer anymore, no? See a trailer? E3. Suspicious. I'm going to drive by and have a look. You missed the tree. I don't know which tree, dude. There was a lot of trees around. Just eyeballing that one. We'll put them on the list for next time. Is that one killable? Let's see. Yes. Beetroot there. Tree death. We'd had it coming. Just to get all the green ones. Exactly. Some of them are made of iron. Bounce back off them. Oh, this one maybe we should be able to kill. Yes. Romantic boat. Take the scenic route. Down beach. Lovely early morning stream, exactly. So it's just getting light here. Can't quite see the sun yet, but it's definitely not dark anymore. All trees must die. I tend to be in complete agreement. Killing trees was like one of my favourite pastimes on this game. We have many in the bank. Just on 20 past midnight here. Oh, is it? It's, what is it here? 20 past 5. Oh my damn phone charging. Down to 14%. Why do chargers have to be the most awkward, fussy... Like, if you get the charger cable just right, yeah, now it's charging, but if a mouse was to fart on it, it would decide not to. Trees there. Let's get them later. Which side of this lake thing do I need to be on? I'll just keep following down here. What year is it? Yeah, 2021. I was thinking to myself, oh, what the hell? Star Killer versus Tree Killer. Be all that tree killer. It hasn't come to PTS yet. I'm not sure what that is. It will drop before April 27th. Because then the 1 year contract will end. Oh yeah, the phase 4. True, yeah, you'd think it's got to be around then. I mean, as I was saying last week, you'd think in theory it would have dropped like phase 4, say 11 months or so after they release the game, because then that'd like give you another month of content to bring it to the year. Technically, if they release phase 4 like year afterwards, we've almost got slightly more than a year out of it. So now I can just see a stick go flying past the screen. Not sure what was going on, but it looked like it was having a good old time. Right, let's go this way. I don't really know how deep this goes. Suppose we'll find out. Decent. Shallow. What have I got? I thought the snorkel was on my side. Have I even got a snorkel on this? I don't know, that was up. Yeah, it is. I thought I had the snorkel eye on this side, but right, that's where the exhaust is. Oh, we'll go around this way. One down, we'll see. Yes. We certainly can. Likes before you leave, people. I appreciate it, dude. My new favourite truck. I do like it. I definitely wouldn't say it's my favourite or anything, but yeah, it's. I like the fact that it's got a 3-slot sideboard. That's pretty damn cool. It's a bit juicy on the fuel. Not got a very big fuel tank, but yeah, overall, like I do think it's a good addition to the game. And the P512PF, the bore. I mean, I suppose I'd take it over just they're only adding 2 trucks that time, but yeah, the bore's just not really up to the job. That's what I like about trucks like this, you just point it across the terrain, you don't really have to like listen to the roads and stuff for the most part. I will fix me a wheel in a second. See, there are many reasons to get yourself a loaf. Always there when you need them. The more I like it. Is that with the the pay style? I'd say I've been using it quite a lot really since it's been in a fair few missions of mine, particularly doing the logging where I've kind of been loading logs into the longer sideboard. It's yeah, like I say, overall I think it's a nice truck. It looks pretty cool as well. The more unique kind of looking the trucks are, it's yeah, pretty nice. So we not exactly in desperate need for more trucks that look just like the Taiga, nothing against the Taiga, but that's what I mean for a 6-wheeled, that just kind of classic looking truck, a bit like this one behind me as well. The Taiga's kind of already got that stuff covered, so yeah, adding more, 10-axle or 5-axle, whatever, 10-wheel drive. Yeah, more stuff like the Dolphin, Bruce, Twin Steer, just all that kind of stuff. Nice to see more of them in the game. Saying that, I wonder what we'll end up getting for Phase 4, because they're going to add another, I assume 2 or 3 trucks for that one. Where are we going anyway? No, just back to there. Well, we'll stick along the beach, I suppose. Oh yeah, I forgot I was even towing that thing behind. I can hardly tell with the PCC. You've got to fix it as well, have I? Probably no other truck would complete such a high portion of missions as the... Yeah, true, with all the different adaptations and everything, But yeah, it'd be a fair amount. Certainly one of them trucks you probably want to take a load with you, because it, like I said, the fuel situation with it is a little bit... I think it's got a 200 litre fuel tank. But again, they always have something that they'll punish a truck with. Give it a daylight. What's that favourite truck? They're definitely extremely high on the list. Basically, yeah, the same for me. As far as trucks go, obviously, favourite Scout is below for me. Yeah, favourite truck. Yeah, probably the Dolphin or the Tiger. And I certainly do like, say, the P16, but just the normal game version is not as versatile as stuff like the Tiger and the Dolphin. Yeah, fuel is definitely the weak link in the chain, yeah. But it is for a lot of things, like I said, the Dolphin as well, that's got a small fuel tank. Bandit has a horrifically small fuel tank. And they get to a degree why they've made a small fuel tank, but I don't know, you still got trucks like this, that's got 565 litres. Still used half of it. You could easily get in this thing, like go out for doing a few missions a night and still need to be refueling it. There's a few trucks that could do with a slightly bigger fuel tank. Funny enough, one of the trucks with a decent fuel tank is the Derry. And that's one of the most horrific trucks there is. It doesn't need 400 litres because no one can stand driving the thing for long enough to empty a fuel tank. Well, most people. There are some people that like the Derry, and yeah, if they do, good for them. I'm happy for you. Not my cup of tea, but completely vote. Transtar 4070 rules. I don't know. I like it, but I did drive it a few months back, and it was like, Jesus Christ, this thing really can't get much of anything done. It's just quite small, so it wasn't like in the hills too much. Done. That's about it. Let's ride over here. I'll drive these back to the garage, but yeah, we are done. £7,000. Well, I mean, it was pretty easy. £7,000 considering the hardly knew I was towing it behind me. Yeah, Juice of the Cane, not. Yeah, like I said, I like the look of the Transtar, and I used it here and there, but it's not got very good ground clearance. It's got pretty small tyres. They didn't even give it all-wheel drive. I get that it's a highway vehicle, but yeah, there's just not a lot going for it, sadly. Which is a shame, because they could easily buff it a little bit, like say give it all-wheel drive or something, and it still isn't going to be some like OP beast or anything, so I don't know why they couldn't show it a bit of love. Kyle Benoit, I hope I said that right. Do a backflip. How do I do a backflip? Well, I mean, I think in some ways, but I don't know if it'll end in good health. It's shite, but it surprises me from time to time. Yeah, I just generally, to be honest, liked messing around doing the Jeff special, flying down the runway. There's a few missions I used it on where I only really had to tow stuff down like a highway, basically, so it was, yeah, like you said, yeah, every now and then it surprised me, but for the most part it's just a bit too much against it. Like, I always don't blame it on it, just when you see it parked next to, say, the Ford Clip 9000, it's like, yeah. Transtar's just very small, so it's like everything's pretty big for it. Like the rock, a rock can be the same size rock, but the Transtar will have a hard time getting over it because it's like half the size. Got it. I have faith. What, I'm doing a backflip. Hit that car with a crane. Hit what car? Right on. listening. No problem with hitting cars. Funny enough, while we're cutting back this way, we'll see out this section normally, I think it took me 4 minutes the other day to drive through here in, I can't remember, like a boron or something, which, to be fair, the borons are pretty bloody good. Yeah, this thing's not even dropping out high. What a beast. Because of course, this does count as the load. Just got P16 shoes on. What a goddamn horse. Here we go. Juice of pain, I don't like the Ford. What, the Ford Clip 9000? I do, out of, say, the highway trucks, but the last time I used it, I think was when I did the review on it. I mean, it's another one, it's like, if they just give it all-wheel drive, it'd be of some use, but there's just no reason to really use the Ford or the Transtar. I mean, it shows you what difference it made with the GMC 9500 when they added all-wheel drive to that. It became like an incredibly well-rounded truck, I think, especially for the money. It's pretty decent. And I get that the Transtar and the Ford are kind of highway trucks, but I don't know, by now you think the devs would have realised, like, do you know what, if we don't make them all-wheel drive, no one's going to use them, so they're just wasted in this game, really. I'm sure one of the those electric packs, I think one of them has made like a Ford Clip 9000 with all-wheel drive. In fact, that might have been the thing, the other one that I drove. But either way, yeah. It's down. Just an easy way. I bet I won't be able to kill this tree, but it reminds me of the one at the farm. Yep. Ain't getting nowhere. Well, I say it reminds me of the one at the farm. It's a bit vague. The one at Black River. Just any Ford. There's a lot of old school Fords I like, not particularly, couldn't really give a shit about Fords like modern ones these days, but I don't know, the old Ford Mustangs, the old Ford Escort, the old Equivan, Fortina, not Ford, yeah, Fortina, no, yeah. Oh no, it's the like Mark II Escorts that I was thinking about then. Yeah, just yeah, a couple of the old school ones, but it's the same with anything. I like a lot of old school cars in general, even if they're made by slightly questionable companies. The fuel tanks in this game are way smaller than trucks in real life. I drove a truck running overnight auto parts back 20 years ago. Yeah, 200. Is that a litre? What's this G? I don't like the electric trucks, the sound they make is horrific. Yeah, I have to agree, like that. When I did drive them, the sound is... I wouldn't really say the sound annoyed me, but you'll never... That's one thing electric, anything will just never beat the sound of a good old-fashioned internal combustion engine. Mopar or no car? I'd agree. If my wallet had agreed to that, that'd be even better. It would be more like moped. Moped or dead. Well, not even a moped. But yeah. Wouldn't say no. More the lack of. 750 in-game good truck. Yeah, the 750, true, that's true. I do quite like the 750 in this game. Even in real life, see, again, an old school kind of truck like that. Their Fords I'll be quite happy with, but yeah, the modern day stuff. The modern day generally with most things I don't really like. They feel a bit soulless and corporate. Something back in the day. Yeah, a bit more to my liking. Like my heavy wreckers, trying to join Hitler or something, I'm not really too sure, but... Anyway, yeah, I suppose we'll call it a day there. Unpack. We'll cover that big old base. Again, do definitely like driving that. Just get the Nazi sympathiser in. Of course, the goddamn horse. The MVP. Yeah, like I said, I think I might call it there. The noise but they got power and great fuel mileage. Yeah, exactly. Like, the noise didn't bother me. It was just the lack of meaty engine sound was like, I'd rather have a meaty engine sound. But yeah, those electric trucks I think are good. The funny thing is the Escort over in England was good. Good looking. The US version was hideous. I've not seen a US version. But yeah, the old Eckie van from back in England, yeah, it was a beast. I've had quite a few of them. My brother had like, yeah, the ex-Royal Mail one. That was the one he drove down the motorway and kind of ground the whole exhaust away on his way down. Boom Schenker, Mr. Wolf, Kansas Farmer, good night. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we'll pretty much call it a day there. I appreciate everyone joining in, popping in to say hello. It's been good. It's been emotional. Well, yeah, I'll be back pretty soon with some more videos on this. As for my Reckless video, I might mix, like, I don't know, how I recorded that live with my computer glitching bits and that, I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it though. Like I say, I'll be back pretty soon with some more SnowRunner stuff. What we got? Goal Go 13, nice one. Have a good day, I appreciate it. Aussie man, well, I'm ready to pass out knowing night is complete. See you, Wolf, appreciate it. Simon DeVries, I hope I said that right. Good night, Mr. Wolf, thanks for another stream. We'll watch it back on YouTube, I appreciate it. Savage Ghost, Night Wolf, Night Dude, Leo Silver. Damn, joined in at the end. Next time, dude, we'll get you a bit earlier next time. Aussie man, hexagonal steel bow. Oh, boxes. And then 99UU. Who's that? Asco Automotive. Anyway, yeah, alright, we'll call it a day there. I appreciate everyone, and I'll be back soon. Say goodbye to the horse.